Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DRW Radio, and I am here with special guests Torrance Banks and the reigning, defending CRW champion, Tyler H. Guys, welcome to the show.
It's been a while. No, it has been a while.
Tyler H., this past Sunday at Dark Mania, you went toe-to-toe with the iconic, the legendary, the god himself, Chris Hero, for the CRW Championship inside Hell in a Cell, and you finally won the big one against Chris Hero at Dark Mania. You are finally CRW Champion. What is your future for DRW? What is your future for CRW? What is Tyler H's future?
Well, obviously I'm going to be holding the DRW title for a very long time. And now, since I defeated Chris Hero in my match inside Hell in a Cell, I get to go on now to face Messiah. I get to kick his ass, and then I get to get my Ultimate Heavyweight title shot. And I hold both titles at the same time. I mean, has anybody done that before? No. I mean, I have proved to Chris Hero that I was always better than him since day one. And he bled and he paid the price. I hit him with a sledgehammer, career done.
Dark Mania was a very, very exciting night. Torrance Banks won the once-in-a-lifetime briefcase that same night and went to cash it in. But because of the Del Monte Enterprise and Lonnie Del Monte interrupting that, Torrance Banks failed to cash in the once-in-a-lifetime briefcase. But now we'll go one-on-one with Spinks Payne at Aftermath, live April 16th in Kansas City, Missouri at the Sprint Center. Torrance, we heard what Spinks had to say about you earlier on in the podcast, an episode or two ago, and now it is your time to respond. What are your thoughts going into Aftermath? Are you fully ready to be world champion again, or are you going to fail at Aftermath?
Okay, first things first, I should have been champion walking out of Dark Mania, but because of what the Del Monte Enterprise, that's what they're calling themselves? The Enterprise, right?
Yeah.
Are they Star Trek? Are they Star Trek? I mean, is Del Monte Captain Kirk? I mean, they're calling themselves the Enterprise, and I feel like they're a joke. They're a joke. Last moment we saw whatever his name is, Oasis, leaving on a freaking stretcher after the most filler I've given in a long time. And am I ready to be Ultimate Heavyweight Champion? Of course I am. If I have God's Never Bow watching my back, I'm ready for this. This is my moment. This is my chance. And I'm ready to be Ultimate Heavyweight Champion as long as that Del Monte Enterprise doesn't get involved again like they did at Dark Mania.
Well, what about
not failing this time.
What about the match that could possibly happen at Bloodsport between Tyler H. and Torrance Banks, and either Osias Tesfaye or Joshua Hopkins for the Ultimate Heavyweight Championship?
Well, if it does happen that way, it would actually be an honor to face both Tyler H. and whoever wins between Hopkins and Tesfaye. Whichever one wins, Tyler beats Messiah, then it'll be an honor to fight both guys.
Who would you rather fight, Tyler or Messiah?
I'd rather fight Tyler because I feel Messiah, at his old age, I feel Tyler would actually give me a run for my money. Just like in the beginning of DRW, just like every single time I win the championship, Tyler's always in contention for it. So it'll be actually an honor to fight Tyler rather than fight Messiah.
A dream match that could happen at Bloodsport, live from Russia, but April 16th Aftermath live from Kansas City. Now, a few things that we need to talk about live on the DRW radio that I've not got to address yet is the return of SmackDown this Saturday night, where in the main event, Torrance Banks will go one-on-one with Osias Tesfaye. After what happened at Dark Mania, you dumping Osias on his head, sending a message to Lonnie Del Monte that you are coming for the crown. What are your thoughts walking into SmackDown as you finally get your one-on-one shot against Osias Tesfaye?
I'm gonna dump him on his head, on his big blubbery head again. I'm dumping Tesfaye on his head, and I'm walking out of SmackDown, sending a message to the Enterprise, the Starship Enterprise, and his buddies that, hey, you messed with the wrong guy. That you decided to mess with the wrong angry person. And everybody knows at DRW I kind of have a short fuse.
Saturday night, SmackDown, April 1st, live from the TD Garden in Boston for WrestleMania week. We will be in Boston, Massachusetts, and the card is as follows. Chris Hero will come out to make a very special announcement that I've been waiting to make all week long, and I'm going to make it. It is going to be very special, very groundbreaking. Then a triple threat match between the I don't know how to say that word.
Enigmatic?
Yeah, that word. TEC will take on Jay Styles and William Morgan in a triple threat showdown, and it will be benefited. The winner of that will have a special part to play with Chris Hero's announcement. Serwin Darkstar will take on Logan Burgess. Spinks Payne will go one-on-one with Alex Cringe, and if Alex Cringe beats Spinks Payne clean, he will be rewarded an Ultimate Heavyweight Championship shot, along with the winner of Osias and Hopkins, along with the winner of Tyler and Messiah at Bloodsport in a fatal four-way. Now, in the co-main event of SmackDown, Death Bro will take on Gods Never Bow. And in the main event, Osias Tesfaye, the Dark Style champion, will go one-on-one with Torrance Banks. Now, before we move on in the show, earlier on this week, it was announced that the King of DRW tournament will be returning with the first show airing Friday night live on the DRW network. I'm going to run down the bracket, and I want you guys, before the first show airs, to pick who you think is going to win the King of DRW tournament and why. Now, guys, special announcement here. The winner of the King of DRW tournament will go on to compete for the Ultimate Heavyweight Championship one-on-one at the pay-per-view that it is following. Now, rumor has it we are talking about putting it at the anniversary show and possibly before the anniversary show, but the winner of the King of the DRW tournament will compete for the Ultimate Heavyweight Championship. Here are the brackets. In Block A, TJ Storm will take on Jaquan Bing. Jackson Brooks will take on Jay Styles. In Block B, Jason Alpha will take on TJ Shadows, and Firestar Hart will take on Messiah. In Block C, Serwin Darkstar will take on JVH, and Elias Emerson will take on Dwayne Awesome. In Block D, Roman Carter will take on Nemesis, and Don Lyle will take on EM1. Out of all of those guys, Torrance, I'm going to let you pick first. Who do you think is going to go all the way and win the King of DRW tournament?
Shadows.
TJ Shadows is your pick. Why?
Because TJ Shadows has been through the King of DRW before. He's been through everything. He's been Ultimate Heavyweight Champion. Don't they you think him losing the Ultimate Heavyweight title, don't they you think he won't have the drive to win it again? Like, TJ Shadows has drive. I haven't had a conversation with him, but I know he has the drive to win the tournament.
Tyler, who do you think will walk away King of DRW?
You know, I'm actually going to agree with Torrance on this. TJ Shadows.
TJ Shadows.
Same reason.
I've heard TJ Shadows. I've heard TJ Shadows and I've heard Messiah the last couple of times I've been talking to to the wrestlers in the back about who they think will win the DRW King of DRW tournament. Now, we will go block by block, and I want you guys to decide who will win block by block. Torrance, you will pick all 4 blocks first, and then Tyler, I will let you pick. In Block A, I will remind you that in Block A, you have TJ Storm, Jaquan Bing, Jackson Brooks, and Jay Styles. Who do you see winning Block A?
Block A, I gotta pick the legendary Jaquan Bing. I have to pick Bing because, you know, he's an original. He's a DRW original. And I feel like Jaquan Bing will more than likely take Block A.
Now in Block B, Jason Alpha, TJ Shadows, Fire Starheart, and Messiah.
Ooh. I have history with 3 of those men. TJ Shadows, Fire Starheart, Messiah. I gotta say Shadows is winning Block B.
In Block C, Serwin Darkstar, JVH, the Destroyer, Elias Emerson, and the former NXT champion, former NXT television champion, the man who lost in the main event of Dark Mania, Dwayne Awesome.
Oh boy. You have the Destroyer, and you said the Destroyer, right?
Yeah.
The former IC champion.
Yep.
Ooh.
The man who beat Tyler H at Beer Bash.
Ooh. Destroyer. Because he's gonna destroy Block C and make it his own throne. So I'm saying Destroyer in Block C.
Block D, Roman Carter, Mimesis, Don Lyle, EM1.
I'm going with I'm going with the son of the legendary Chris Zero. I'm going with Don Lyle.
Now, the winners of all 4 blocks will compete in a fatal 4-way to determine who will be the king of DRW. Now, Tyler, it is your turn. In Block A, you have TJ Storm, Jaquan Bing, Jackson Brooks, and Jay Styles. Who do you see winning Block A?
I see Jay Styles winning it.
Alright, Jay Styles is the pick. In Block B, Jason Alpha, TJ Shadows, Hart, and Messiah.
TJ Shadows.
In Block C, Serwin Darkstar, JVH, Elias Emerson, Dwayne Awesome.
I see Dwayne Awesome.
Ooh, Dwayne Awesome. That's the first time I've heard that one. In Block D, Roman Carter, Mimesis, Don Lyle, EM1.
I definitely see Don Lyle.
Alright. The King of DRW has been picked. The first episode to air Friday Night Live on the DRW Network. Now, like I said, the winner of all 4 blocks, the 4 winners will compete in a fatal 4-way to determine the winner of the King of DRW tournament, and then we'll get a shot at the Ultimate Heavyweight Championship. And then, guys, what about this? The major announcement for the Got Your 6 pay-per-view, the 3-night extravaganza, the 3-night tag team tournament, where the winners will compete for the DRW Tag Team Championship. Now, let's talk about the teams that have already been selected to enter, that have already entered this tournament. Savage Lands are talking about entering the tournament if they fail to retain the titles at Aftermath. Crisis Core has entered the Got Your 6 pay-per-view tag team tournament. Rumor has it that Jackson Brooks and Vile Maniac are talking about entering the Got Your 6 pay-per-view. Right there, 3 tremendous legendary tag teams. Now, the Got Your 6 pay-per-view, the first time DRW will ever do this, and it will be to benefit and to revive the DRW tag team division. Torrance, do you see this benefiting DRW at all?
I do, but I have a question though. Is there still a chance to enter in that Got Your 6? Because
yeah. 16 teams.
I kinda, as a 5-time tag team champion, want to enter the Got Your 6.
The only 3 teams have entered. That leaves 13 slots open. So yes, it is just a straight up, you tell me you want in and we put you in to enter the Got Your 6 pay-per-view.
All I need is a tag partner and I'm entering the Got Your 6.
Alright, Torrance Banks looking to enter the Got Your 6 pay-per-view. Sean Ripper was talking about entering the Got Your 6 pay-per-view. a lot of people have been talking about entering the Got Your 6 pay-per-view. Now, in the next DRW radio, I would like to have on as a guest Dr. Del Monte to talk about the Del Monte Enterprises storyline that will be coming out into Aftermath and following on and so forth. Now, a few things to be announced here. As SmackDown comes back weekly, the Wednesday Night Supreme coming back weekly, the DRW board has been talking all week long since Dark Mania. We are thinking about if the talent pool increases and if the shows stay up and running for at least 6 months, we are thinking about finally going through with it and holding a brand split. With 2 world champions, 2 different brands, we would add in more pay-per-views, more responsibility for writers. We would need more dedicated writers. How does this, guys, make you feel as DRW Originals to see us continue to grow?
Tyler, you take it, man.
You know, well, I've ever since been here since day one, I feel like, you know, if we do this, you know, this brand split, it will actually be pretty cool to do it. I mean, we've done this before, you know. When I was in, you know, NXT and becoming an NXT champion, and then you had, you know, DRW roster, NXT roster. You know, we've all done this before, so I think doing this brand split will actually benefit a lot of these stars, you know, in DRW. It really would.
But now the top question, the top question that was asked earlier on this morning. The board, we've been partnered up with WSW for a few months now, and the top question that has came along with NXT and WSW is that WSW wants to fully merge into DRW. They want to leave their own Fed behind, and they want to bring WSW on as a brand in DRW. But the question is, do we keep NXT? Do we replace it with WSW? Do we try to do both at one time? Or do we end the WSW partnership?
Can I take this one, Tyler? Because I kind of have my own opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I would keep NXT.
I would say keep NXT, but also merge NXT with WSW because that'll give a lot of the wrestlers in WSW, like elemental stars in NXT, also have a chance to wrestle some of the guys in WSW, like have more dream matches. I say keep this WSW partnership with DRW, but have WSW and NXT merged together into one company. That way, because WSW has a lot of up-and-coming talent, and I feel that they'll be stars of DRW one day soon. So keep the merge, but keep the thing, but have NXT and WSW merged together.
Tyler, what are your thoughts?
I agree with Torrance all the way. What he's saying.
It could work.
It would be able to work, yeah.
Well, I will be talking to DRW board later on more about it as everybody is starting to come back online and continuing to talk about it. What about the return of Serwin Darkstar, formerly known as Warlord Victor? How do you guys feel he will be? Like, how do you guys feel he will do as he returns to DRW?
My thing is, Darkstar, I don't think he'll miss a step. I mean, him being Warlord Victor, him being a DRW undisputed champion, former undisputed champion, former world champion, I feel like he won't miss a step. The man will not miss a step, in my opinion. I think he'll do great things at DRW.
Tyler, what are your thoughts?
Darkstar, you know, he would definitely not miss a step. He's gonna, you know, he's came back. He's here. He's ready to become champion. I believe he will become, the Ultimate Heavyweight Champion again one time. He's here to stay.
All right, everybody still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Tyler? Tyler fell off the face of the earth. All right. Well, anyway. Going from Dark Mania, we go into Aftermath. We have the Smashdown show coming back weekly. We have the King of DRW tournament coming on Friday night on the DRW network, which I will be beginning to write tonight. And I will finish it Thursday because it's only 2 matches in every show. Episode 1 to air Friday night. I'm going to try to do them weekly. No promises there because I'm a busy man. I'm out of a job. And because you fuckers don't deserve that much of my time.
Yeah.
Josh Collins has been talking about a return to DRW. I posted in the For Love of EFED Wrestling earlier about DRW success, and a lot of people have made their return along with the congregation that will be making their return at Aftermath. I just can't tell everybody where and how it will happen because fuck you guys. It's my surprise to tell, my story to write. Fuck all of you. Now a few questions in Let's Talk EFED that I'm going to ask right here because I feel like the voice is way better than being able to type it out. What is your favorite EFED match that you've ever been a part of or read ever? Torrance, you first.
I gotta say, out of all the matches that I've been in over the last, 5 years now, I gotta say, any match I have with Tyler or any match I have with Chris Zero, face to face, 1-on-1, any match with Zero or Tyler, or Jeffrey Romans for that matter. Because of all the connections and all the connections and chemistry I have with everyone.
So, the pick rep issue in EFEDing is becoming a big thing. Logan Burgess made a big deal about it in DRW about how he was going to do the CM Punk pick rep and how he was so much better being CM Punk when there hasn't been a good CM Punk since Warlord Victor had left. But 15 hours ago, Logan Burgess had posted in the For Love of EFEDs, or Let's Talk EFEDs, how he loved being Punk, and people have loved his promos ever since, the whole 2 paragraphs that he does, and the drama that comes with it. But he's thinking of switching pick reps, and here are his options. And I will talk about each of these pick reps and why I think he will fail as at doing any of these pick reps as I list them. CM Punk, he's already terrible being CM Punk, so he would just add to trashing that. Kushida, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and he spelled his name wrong. It's Tanahashi, but it's Tanahashi, forgetting the I at the end. Arya Davari, Mustafa Ali, and Donovan Dan Hudson. I don't even know who that is, so I can't say he's going to be trash with him.
Wait, who?
Donovan Dan Hansen. Oh, it's Dan Hassan or Dan Hansen? I don't know.
I don't know, man, but I think I think he'll fail as most of those. Like, Tanahashi, he has to speak, pure Japanese for it.
Well, no, because TJ pulled off the Nakamura pick rep for a second, and he didn't speak Japanese at all.
Here's the thing, though. Between the 2 of them, which one's better than the Japanese rep?
True. Now, I don't feel like he does good as CM Punk because he doesn't follow through with his pipe bombs.
Pipe bombs are...
I don't feel like he does good with his pipe bombs. Being Kushida, I feel like he would trash the Kushida thing. That he would trash being Kushida, and he would just make the being Kushida a terrible thing because Kushida has a special in-ring ability about him and not very good with promos. So to be Kushida, you would have to bring in the quality of being on the mic, and you'd have to be good, period. And Logan's neither of those things. And to be Arya Davari, I have not seen anybody be Arya Davari.
I've never heard of him.
I've never seen anybody do Arya Davari, so I can't say that he would trash him. I don't like Arya Davari anyway. And then Mustafa Ali, I think he would trash being Mustafa Ali. I've seen one guy be Mustafa Ali and actually pull it off.
I think that was either Brooks or Knox.
No, neither one of them were Mustafa Ali. They were... you're right. Jackson was Mustafa Ali for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, and he pulled off Mustafa great. I think this Logan Burgess guy should go back to the drawing board and pick different choices.
I really feel like pick reps like shouldn't matter on like if you're gonna stay in a Fed or not though, because
exactly.
Well, I've been Brian Cage, Kevin Owens, Triple H, The Rock, James Storm. I've been... Fuck, you lost me. Hold on. I've been Brian Cage, James Storm, The Rock, Triple H, Kevin Owens. I've been Super Dragon. I've been... And I'm missing a few. I know I'm missing a few. And
I think you were Balor at one point too, I think.
I was. Sure. I did play as Finn Balor when Steven Spradlin. Yeah, Prince. That's when Steven Spradlin opened up his Fed, and I was really gonna make a run as Finn Balor, and I did. I did like 2 shows as Finn Balor, and it was all right. But Collins is a way better Balor than I am.
I was gonna say, pick reps don't matter. Yeah, I know pick reps don't matter. I was what? Homicide for years. Small show.
You did good as both of those. Steve, you were terrible as Carino. We should never do that ever again.
I know. But I was Homicide for years. Samoa Joe. Wildcat Chris Harris for a year. When I was teaming with you in DRW, I was Wildcat Chris Harris. And Jeff Cobb. And Chris Hero for a couple months. But I've been bouncing back between Hero and Homicide for years now, so like we said before, superstar pick reps don't matter unless you know how to use the gimmick.
Well, no, it's not that. To me, pick reps don't matter because then you try to become that person and you ruin the creativity of your character. Like, look at Tyler. For like 3 years, Tyler H was a bland knockoff of Triple H, and his promos were bland, and it said the same shit that Triple H had said the Monday before. And after he...
Yeah, but then it changed.
Yeah, but then Tyler changed because I made him experience the wrath of Matt Tyler, and he hated being Matt Tyler, so he had to change his get up. And I like the...
That was basically like a Bray Wyatt type gimmick.
Yeah, and his pick... Wasn't your pick rep like Kevin Nash or something?
Yeah, I was Kevin Nash too. He used Kevin Nash for years, man. Like, oh my god. And then once Kevin Nash got fired from WWE, he dropped Kevin Nash completely. And then started to go back to Triple H for years. Yeah.
And Triple H has been on idol since I've been watching pro wrestling for 20 years.
Yeah.
Now, like, I feel like pick rep shouldn't matter. Like, yeah, you can do a pick rep and that's cool, but like, you shouldn't let a pick rep determine if you're gonna stay or be in a federation or like anything like that. I feel like that just kills the creativity of your character.
Yeah.
And it makes a fight out of something it doesn't need to be. Are any of you in MBW?
No, not many.
No, you guys gotta go and like read their fucking storyline they're doing right now. It is fucking hilarious. So Rainey like sold MBW to Hulu, and then Hulu like took over MBW and is making it like a PG show, and Rainey's trying to fight to get his federation back, and it's actually very entertaining. Like, I've been reading. I don't compete there, but I read the shows, and it's pretty great. Like Bono this year was phenomenal. And then I trashed him at Dark Mania when I was like, this isn't a battle, this isn't a takeover, this is Dark Mania.
Yo, what? Bono, what is that, Battle of New Orleans?
Yeah, Battle of New Orleans. It's their Battle of Los Angeles.
I heard they do that like almost every year now.
Yeah, they do it every year. And I think this year, James Knight won Bono.
James Knight?
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy.
I always thought Uncle Jimmy was Josh, but then I found out when he messaged me that they're two totally different people, and I'm like, okay. Now I get why everybody calls him Uncle Jimmy.
Now I know, like, there was a profile running around that was ran by like 5 different people.
Yo, what do you guys think of that guy who reports everybody? That, Brandon dude. I forgot.
Brandon DeGraff?
Oh, yeah, Marin.
No, not Brandon DeGraff. I'm talking about Bill something. Sorry.
Bill Walkowitz?
Bill. Yeah, him.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. He was trashing me in EFED TMZ. Like, he was Jeremy Neal, and I added him into DRW. And then, like, he started trashing me about, like, everything I was doing in DRW. And so, like, I trashed him, and, like, for those of you who don't know, and I got, like, 13 minutes, so I'll spill the beans. This motherfucker is a felon, and this is the story on how he became a felon. So, he had robbed a church, right? Like, that was strike number. Like, I'm not religious, but I know that's fucked up. He stole from the church, and then he stole a car trying to get away from the cops, and ran into that same church, and went to jail. And, like, if you Google Bill Walkowitz, no, it's like William Walkowitz fucking mugshot, it's hilarious. It is fun. And he's also a pedophile, so, I mean, that adds on to it. Like, he's a piece of shit.
And he thinks he's the goat of e-fetting.
Yeah, and he's like 55 years old, fucking around with us 19 and 20-year-olds.
I'm 26.
But yeah, I mean, granted, yeah, Joey's around, but Joey's not, like, weird and creepy. Joey's cool and, like, awesome. This guy's old and creepy.
DeLeon, too. I mean, I think he's older than me.
DeLeon had, like, not DeLeon, Bill Walkowitz looks like he would have a free candy van.
And then this guy is, like, trashing everybody. Like, he's trashing Warlord Victor. He's trashing CRW. Making fun of their tag belts. He's trashing everybody, including John. He's trashing John Rucker.
Yeah, I've seen the John Rucker thing. Like, I seen that before he started trashing me.
This dude needs to stop while he's ahead. Otherwise, that dude's gonna get blacklisted so quick. It's not even.
He's already blacklisted. Like, the only Fed he's in, I think he runs. No, he's in a jobber feder too. Like, I know he's in a couple jobber feders because the owners don't know any better.
Is he the world champion of the jobber feders?
I don't know. I seen a video promo he had done and it was terrible. Oh! So he runs the American Badass pick rep Undertaker in that Fed too, and like he, yeah. And, like, he was being trashed for, like, making that pick rep suck ass.
The only person that should be able to use the Undertaker rep is Messiah. That's it.
And sometimes I even think Messiah should stick to being Mick Foley, because I know I could pull off a better American Badass, but, like, Phenom, yeah, Messiah pulls off a pretty great Phenom.
You gotta admit, though, the only other person that can pull off the Undertaker is Mike Muncy.
That's a lie. Mike Muncy has... Maybe back when Mike Muncy was an active competitor, but now, no. Mike Muncy's trash.
He was active when he was, like, teaming with me and shit?
If he changes my opinion, If he changes my opinion and gets active and makes the pick rep awesome again, we'll talk. But
yeah, man. I mean, me and his don't even talk anymore. If so, we rarely do. And I guess he's making like a full comeback and everything. So.
Well, guys, I'm gonna cuddle with my wife because we're having a daughter, and we're gonna cuddle and do some nasty things that I can't talk about on this radio show. So, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining me, and remember that Bill Walkowitz is a nasty motherfucker who needs to be reported, and I've reported him 23 times. So, report him, block him, blacklist him, fuck him. Good night.